You.
No let them touch you. I like them, they tell you. Carry your picky come up for here. Carry your picky come on, my babe. They lie give you. No,
The movie starts with a young girl who has been in labor for a while, struggling to push the baby out. Finally, we hear the baby cry, and after a while, wait, something is wrong. What is it? Ebun begins to cry. I did all you ask. I did everything you ask of me. But it seems the baby did not survive. Oh, it seems they lied to her that the baby died. Well, then we see these two young lovers, Adanna and Obi, in an uncompleted building about to as is usually done. You know I love you, Obi says. And Ada replies with, are you sure? Love has blinded these ones. Actually, what this honey boy wants is just to raise her. He tries to raise her up. Hey, wait. She says, I need to tell you something. Obi asks what? And Ada breaks the news to him. I am pregnant. Hey, wrong timing. Well, Obi promised to stand by her. He says, trust me now. Trust the man you love. Then they both hug and went ahead to shala blah 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 blah. But to her parents, nope. No hug for Ada. They cried bitterly. The father says, you could have been the first to go to the university in this family, but instead you choose to go jumping around boys, pium pium pium. Now see the results. The mother picks a wooden stool to hit her, but Ada runs out of the room. That night, not knowing what to do, she later goes to meet her boyfriend Obi. There, she met his mother. I knew you would come here. Anyway, Obi is no longer here. The mother told her that she has sent Obi away because of her. This woman even blamed Ada for seducing the innocent boy just to claim a child from him. Get out! Hey! Obina's younger sister gives Ada a note from Obi. Now, it's an address of a place in Lagos State. Perhaps that's where Obi ran to. Well, we see. So Ada snuck back in her parents' house to steal some money to use in relocating to Lagos. But her younger sister saw her and, shh, come. Ada says, I am going away for a while, but I will be back, okay? Then she hugged the little girl and then leave. Now Ada is in Lagos to find Obi, or at least to find the address he gave to her. So she got there, and it is a bit strange here. Good afternoon. Please, I'm looking for Obi or Okoye. The guy says, The guy says, Obi is no longer staying here. He has moved out a long time ago. This guy was even asking her to come collect some, Baba wants to add more to Ada's problem. This girl quickly walked away fast. Well, she's kind of stuck, but smart, because she immediately goes to look for work. Life should not revolve around Obi, right? So she goes to look for work as a maid, and yes, she got one. A good one, because not too long, she rented a small place for herself to manage and work. Watching her baby bump starting to grow, she goes out daily to look for Obi still, but nobody knows his whereabouts. And one day, while cleaning the sink, she threw up and her boss saw her. Oh, look at you! Why did you lie to me? She says, I did not lie to you, ma. It's you that did not bother to ask. The woman chased her out. Get out of here! Get out! Even her landlady did the same. Since she could no longer afford the rent, she was sent packing. Hi. Many months later, there is a charity event going on, and that night, many big celebrities are in attendance, including one superstar, Miss Cherise. Now, keep in mind that Miss Cherise had a miscarriage recently. Now, while taking some pictures with her husband, a white couple entered, and the husband, remember this man? The doctor that delivered the Ebun from the baby in the beginning. Yes, that's him. His name is Dr. Oliver Evans, and the wife, Barbara. So Dr. Evans joins Cherise for a quick photo, and then one blogger approached them. Miss Cherise, I'm Joy from joytotheworld.com. She asked, why is a big celebrity like you at this type of event? Cherise answers, she was invited to celebrate a good cause. The lady then asks again, is it because of your loss? You are thinking of adopting a baby, right? Whoa, that is so insensitive. Akin, Cherise's husband had to quickly drag her out of there. Some of these bloggers, Now, Cherise was pissed off at what happened, calling her a fucking bastard. She blamed herself for informing the world that she is trying to have a baby in the first place. Now she has jinxed it. Akin quickly calms her down, cheered her up, and then they went back inside. That night, a hooker and a customer was bargaining price when heavily pregnant Ada comes searching for her missing bag. What are you looking for? Ada says, she kept her bag right here. The girl says, it's late already and you are pregnant. You know what? I will help you, Just wait here. Let me attend to my customer. By morning, there is somewhere that I will take you to. Just wait for me. Don't leave this place, so. Then the prostitute leaves. Now, back at the event center, Dr. Evans and his wife were being honored for their humanitarian act, rescuing young girls and vulnerable children. Now, the announcer is about to call Dr. Evans to receive the humanitarian award. You can see how anxious this man is. He grabs his wife's hand. I guess he's excited too. Well, Dr. Evans collects the award and he gave his acceptance speech. Now, in that speech, he said he is collecting the award with hopes that his foundation, Evans Foundation, can continue to do their good work in Nigeria, healing families by helping them to have their own babies. Now, some of the beneficiaries are there with their kids too. And as for Miss Cherise, it seems she is torn seeing those kids. Will she have to adopt? Now she goes into the toilet to cry. Barbara goes there to check on her. Are you alright? Cherise says she and her husband are both twins, so it's her desire to also have a twin. They are rich, but no children. They have tried everything, literally everything, but nothing is working for them. All she just wants is one child. Dr. Barbara then asks her, have you considered adoption? Cherise says they applied for adoption back in England, but they couldn't get it. The reason is that her husband Akin was charged for drug in England, and that's why their approval to adopt a child in England was not granted. Barbara says, yes, she read about it in the newspapers. Cherise says she doesn't mind giving up her career and money just to have a child. Tears rolls out and Barbara gives her a tissue to wipe her tears. She says, don't ruin your makeup, eh? Now, she says she and her husband can actually help them out. Help them. How? Now, out in the streets, we see a lady, Ify. She has been searching for her lost sister for a while now, even sharing missing person flyers to the prostitute nearby to call her in case they find her sister. Now, one of them quietly meets her that she can take her to somewhere where all these underage pregnant girls go to. She asks for small money to take her there. Now, Cherise and Akin are back home from the event. So Akin asks Cherise, what did Evans and the wife meant by they can help? Cherise says, if the official adoption does not work here in Nigeria, they can help them cut corners, bypass those permission and everything needed to get them a child. Haba, Akin says, no, they can't do that too. Cherise says, all she wants is just a baby. Akin says, but it's illegal to just get a baby like you are buying an orange from the market. Cherise says, no, the Evans are big people. Didn't you see the politicians at the event? Even the commissioner of police was there. So I don't think the Evans will do anything illegal. Akin reminded her that they need to be very careful because of their plan to later move to Hollywood. Cherise promised to be careful. Good. You know what they did later. So the next morning, that hooker is back to take Ada to the location she promised her. Have you eaten? Ada says no. The girl says, don't worry, when you get there, they will feed you well. Guys, guess where she took her to? The Evans Foundation Clinic. I hope you're already seeing where the story is going, So just wait and see. So, Dr. Barbara comes out to attend to Ada. Hello, your friend said you need our help. Do you need something to eat? Ada says, yes, I am very hungry. So they thanked the prostitute and she left. Guys, they even paid her. So it appears this is like a regular business for this lady. Also, outside that clinic, we see Ify, who has been searching for her pregnant sister. This is the location they directed her to. Now, we see Ada devouring the meal they gave to her. Even Barbara mentioned that she is truly hungry. Okay, so where are you from? She says, Aba, in Abia State. Dr. Barbara says, well, all the girls with them are there because they also did not have anywhere else to go. And that's why they took them in. And that's why she and her husband started a foundation. So after the meal, they took Ada in for a checkup. Ada says she is worried something might have happened to the pregnancy. Barbara says, don't worry. Babies are much stronger than you think. Oh, there she is? She? Yes, Barbara says it's a girl. And then something caught her eyes. Ada asks, what is that? Nothing at all. She is perfect. At this point, I am suspecting that the pregnancy is of twins. And this would be perfect for Cherise. Well, let's see. Let's go on. So doctor explains to Ada that if she is willing to give her child for adoption, they will let her stay in with them until she gives birth. Free accommodation, free food, free Wi-Fi, free everything. Adoption sounds strange to Ada. She has never thought of such before. But Dr. Barbara continues to speak well of it, telling her the wonderful life that her baby can get. She even took Ada on a nursery tour to see other babies. She actually sold this to Ada. Now she took her to meet Dr. Evans. Good afternoon. This is Adanna. She is considering becoming one of our guests. Dr. Evans says, wow, you must be very special for Dr. Barbara to take special interest in. So, are you special? Ada says, I don't think so. He smiled and then walked away. Now we see Ebun, who was in labor in the beginning, coming out with another pregnant girl, Now both of them are in uniform. With them also is Nurse Bolade. Now Ebun also tried to convince Ada that this is a good place. They are like family to her and she will be well cared for. So Barbara asked the nurse, shouldn't the pregnant girl, be in bed? Nurse says she's near giving birth, so Dr. Evans wants her to stretch her leg. Oh, okay, let's go. So the girl, grabs Ada's hand, saying in pidgin, "Don't let them touch you. Take your baby out of here. They are lying to you. They are lying." The nurse grabs and quickly drags her away. Ada is now curious, so she asks, "Why did she say such a thing? What does she mean?" Barbara says, "Don't worry yourself. Some of the girls that are here also have mental issues. That's why they were left in the street. Sorry for seeing that, eh?" She asked Ebun to take Ada in. Even Ebun herself is acting strange, but we will get to our own part later. Now, Barbara continues counseling Ada. Ada asks if she can leave whenever she likes. Leave? Leave where? Where do you have to go? Barbara says, "How long have you been in the street?" Ada then recalls that she can't go back home. She may have no other option but to stay. So a young staff at the center smiled at Ada, Nurse Chinedu, and Haba. Everybody looking all good and happy, convinced Ada to stay. So she says she will stay. Wow, Barbara is happy. Quickly, she asks the smiling man, Nurse Chinedu, to take her in. Just as soon as they take Ada in, the lady looking for her sister enters the reception. "Good afternoon. I am looking for my sister who has gone missing. She is pregnant and I think she may be here." She showed Barbara the picture and, "Oh, it's that girl that is about to give birth. This lady is looking for Dr. Barbara says that they cannot help her because as a registered medical facility and a place of refuge for some of their girls, it is important to keep their patients' information private. She says, "But I'm a sister." Barbara answers, "I know. Some of these girls are running away from their family members." Anyway, she allowed Ify to drop some of those flyers with them in case they see her sister around. The lady thanked her and then left. Smiling Dr. Barbara took the flyer. She crumpled it and dropped it into the bin. As for Ada, she is in her new home now, on a fine bed, now happy, smiling and feeling good. Finally, but guys, somebody is watching Ada. Quick disclaimer, this recap is for educational purposes only. Baby Farm is produced by Mo Abudu of Ebony Live Studios. This recap is not meant to replace the full movie, neither should it stop you from watching the full movie on Netflix. Also, this recap contains heavy spoilers. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and also turn on the notification icon. Hi, this is Sam. Welcome to the Film Village. Now, the next morning, it's time to start our orientation properly. So she goes to drop her belongings with the nurse so they can move her in. The nurse only allowed her to take her family photo. No other personal belonging is to be with her. Now, Ebun escorted her to her room. Everywhere is just looking different. Not as rosy and dreamy as the room she slept in the other day. Ebun says, "The night, your first night here, you get a bougie treatment." Ada continues to notice that this place is becoming more like a cell rather than what she expects. Cherise is pointing a gun at two guys holding a baby. Are they there to rob her? Oh, she's on a movie set. Now, while filming this scene, the husband's phone rings. It's a call from England. Sadly, she has got the bad news that there is no room to appeal their case in England for an adoption. In fact, they are automatically excluded from any adoption list. Hey! So, how will he break this news to his wife that they cannot adopt a child in England? Well, let's go back to Ada. Now, in her room, Ada sees other girls in their bed. She saw some instruction left on her own bed for new intakes. Suddenly, one of the older girls approached Ada. "This is my bed." Ada says, "I thought it's mine." The girl says, "No, I have been here longer and I like this bed, so it's now mine." Oh, so she's a bully. Ada challenged her. "I won't move because you said so. Therefore, this is my bed." The other girl says, "Do you want us to be enemies?" Ada says, "No, but you can't have my bed." "Oh, okay, no problem. We shall see." Then she walks away. Ada sees another girl, Eniye, looking at her. She confronts her again. "What is it? Do you want my bed too?" Oh, another girl, Comfort, says, "No, she is non-verbal. She can't talk." Then Ada and Comfort introduce themselves. Later, Akin informs Cherise that the appeal was unsuccessful. Cherise is disappointed. Akin says, "It's not that bad though. Not that bad." Akin says, "Look, maybe it's the universe that is trying to say something to us." Akin actually meant that maybe her success as the first African actress to make it big in the UK is because they don't have a child. He says they should rather focus on their goal, moving to Hollywood in the US. That statement sounds annoying to Cherise. She just walked away. Now, Ada says to Ebun that this place looks like prison. Ebun asks her not to worry, that it's a good place as long as she obeys their rules. She will enjoy you. What are the rules? Don't go to places you are not supposed to go, like that place you see. Also, no phone, no cigarettes, no food from people outside. Ada says, where on earth will she even get a phone if she needs it? Ebun says, see, some girls get it from the guards and they pay in kind. You know how it works now. Ada asks, guards? Yes, they keep the peace here. At least here is better than outside. Now as they were talking, a nurse took past them. Hey, you remember me? Ada asked. Did not recognize Ada. Now another girl Itunu comes to welcome Ada, telling her that she will need God's blessing in here to survive. She was also telling her how she was a former prostitute but repented and blah 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 when Nurse Chinedu approached them. Oh, look who's here. The new maker. He literally calls Ada the new maker. So what are they making? Babies. Adanna, right? Yes? Now we can get more closely acquainted when you've dropped your load. Mama, he laughs. Aisha the bully walks past them too, hitting them off the road. Aisha, she just walked away. Even the man did not say anything. He followed Aisha. The girl Itunu asked Ada not to mind Aisha. She was a stripper, so she's more like a sex slave to Chinedu. Now Chinedu goes to meet Aisha to give her a pack of cigarettes. And you know how they get paid in return. That's why this guy was all smiling. So Dr. Evans and Barbara was watching all this on the security camera. They know what is happening. Evans complained of Nurse Chinedu taking too many liberties with the girls. He's enjoying them too much. Then he asked his wife, what is Ada like? Barbara says, Ada is rural but intelligent. Dr. Evans says, they don't need intelligent girls in here. Ada now enters into one of the rooms, looking around. She goes further only to find another door. She opens that door and then sees a table with straps on it and handprints on the wall. She moves closer, places her hands there, and then from the background sound, we understand that this is where they rape these girls. You stand and get handled, and for those that refuse to stand, they strap them to the table. She turns only to see Ebun standing behind her, smiling, asking her, why are you in here? Now, that night, the security announced that 5 minutes left before they turn off the lights. Now they bid each other good night and went to bed. Suddenly, in the middle of the night, Ada hears one of her roommates moaning in labor. It's again. Runs into the toilet. The security informs the guard to head to the toilet right away. Ada asks to call the nurse, but starts crying. Don't let them take my baby. Lock the door. She quickly bolts the door. Gives birth in the toilet, but the nurse and guards broke in. Begins to cry. Don't take my baby. Don't take. Ada was all shocked. What are you guys going to do with it? They covered her mouth until she passed out. The nurse forcefully took the baby away, and episode 1 ends here. Now, how will Ada escape this big problem she just got herself in? Let's see. Episode 2 begins with Barbara begging Evans to give another chance. But Evans says they've been giving her too many chances lately. Barbara says, please, but don't question my judgment at this hour. They enter the room where they tied to. Dr. Evans says, you told us we could trust you. You promised to abide by the rules, but it's quite clear we cannot. Begs to hold her baby. They refuse. She can only see her baby. They showed her the child, and while she is crying, saying she will take care of the baby, she will take the baby away from them, they injected and slowly, she passed away. Died. The next morning, a loud alarm blaring like a train's horn woke Ada up from sleep. She looked at the bed used to be, but now it's empty. She looked around, even more closer to the bed, but where is and her baby? They don't understand what she's talking about. Nurse Chinedu enters. Makers, good morning. Adanna greets him. Please, where is and her baby? Nurse asked, has she given birth? Ada says, yes, she gave birth last night and they took her child. They also knocked me out. Nurse Chinedu says, are you sure you were not having a bad dream? No, it was not a nightmare. Chinedu says, okay, let me ask around. Let me find out what happened. As for Dr. Evans and Barbara, they took child to meet the family that will adopt it. The couple asked that they want to see the biological mother to thank her. Barbara says, no. She wants to stay anonymous. They even quickly escort them out of the clinic. That morning, Akin hears a knock on the door while he was advising Cherise about the danger of buying babies because they cannot adopt. It will become a huge mess. She will even lose her job as an actress. Now, outside their door, their waiter was eavesdropping. Now, that waiter took their gossip to meet the blogger from joytotheworld.com, Joy. He says he didn't hear them well, but they've been fighting for a while now and all he kept hearing is the word babies. She paid him for the gossip. Babies. Oh, she gets it. In the yard, Barbara was explaining to Ada that they took and the baby to another place, calming her down, a halfway house where they will wait for adoption. She promised that they can never separate a mother and a baby before 3 months. Ada asked if she can see Barbara says is too weak for now. Okay, then can I see her baby? She was born into my arms, Barbara says the halfway house is very far from here. Ada is now becoming suspicious. She stood up and for the first time sees the security camera watching them. She's no longer okay with this place. She says, I have changed my mind. I don't want to give my baby for adoption again. What? Barbara gets up. No, our whole purpose is to give babies and their mothers. Ada says, I know. I just want to leave. Barbara tries to talk her down to change her mind. I know. I just want to thank you for allowing me to come inside this place, but now I want to leave. Barbara asks, okay, where do you want to go? Back to the streets? I don't want to stay again. Ada says, I just want to take my things and leave. Barbara asks her to calm down. Let's talk about it privately, but Ada refuses. Leave me alone. You said I can go whenever I want, right? I want to go. Leave me alone. I just want to leave. They drag her into the cell room and locked her there. Barbara asks her to calm down. They don't want to use the restraint. Hey! Now Ebun is on clean-up duty when she gets to that waste bin Barbara threw the flyer in. So she picks it up. She quickly hides it in her sleeves. Now Akin is on a call with the studio in LA to know if they will be coming over. Remember, his and Cherry's dream is to eventually join Hollywood. Now Hollywood is calling. So he told them not to worry, Cherry's is over the miscarriage already and they will be in LA very soon. At that same time, Cherry's is on a call with her therapist, telling her that the baby is the only thing she's now thinking about. It's all that matters to her. Now Aisha and Nurse Chinedu were busy doing jangbalan, you know? She's paying for the cigarettes, I guess. When Ebu saw them, Aisha even gives Ebun the middle finger while she walks away. Well, Ebun is taking Ada's meal to her. Now, Ada says she will not eat. Ebun says, no, please, you have to eat. See, give this place a chance, Ada. Please. Now, she placed the food on the ground and then asked Ada to come close to her. She says she will take care of her like her big sister and all. Ada said, but Ebun lied to her. She is a prisoner. Ebun says, no, they only want you to be calm and that's all. Ebun helps Ada to understand that this place is now their new home. Home? You call this place home? This is a prison, Ebun. Ebun then says Sister Barbara and Dr. Evans are the only two people who have ever cared for her. Dr. Evans and Barbara were on a horse ride. So Dr. Evans asked the wife if she can assure him that the new girl Ada won't be a problem for them. Barbara says, no, she won't. She will be like Ebun. Oh yes. Evans says Ebun is truly now broken in and compliant. In fact, I think it's time to impregnate her again. Barbara says, these girls are not horses. Evans doesn't care. He says this is his business and he has to keep it running. As for Cherise, she just finished filming the scene where she's helping the woman rescue her baby from the kidnappers. Now it's time to hand over the baby back to the mother, but Miss Cherise is carried away. She forgot she is acting. She did not hand over the child. In fact, she begins to cry. This woman just spoils the film shoot. The director shouts, "Cut! What's going on? You don't have to cry in this scene now. See, let's take a break." Miss Cherise gets herself and apologizes. Now on her way into her trailer, that blogger Joy stops her again. Hello ma, is it true you are planning on adopting a child? What? That question annoyed Cherise again. She just shoved the lady aside. Quickly, Akin comes and asks the security to send her away. Cherise is extremely furious in the trailer, cursing that it's a huge mistake ever coming back to Nigeria in the first place. Akin asks her to calm down, just rest, and then go back out to work. Cherise says she can't keep pretending. It's like living a lie. In fact, if she can't have a baby, she won't work anymore. Akin is all about the work and money, and for this reason, he finally agreed that okay, they can meet Dr. Evans for the help. Are you sure? He says yes. Now, Ebun was finally able to help Ada back into the dormitory. So Ada begins to search for her family pictures. Someone has taken it, but I kept it here. It's gone. Now, as Ebun was helping her to look for it, Ada feels a cramp in her stomach and then sits on the ground to rest. Now, as Ebun tried to help her, Ada hits her hand and that flyer falls from her sleeves. Ada picks it up. Bring it, she quickly opens it and... What? Ebun, this is M. Where is she? Shh, don't shout. Aisha, the other girl, asked them to shut up or she will shut them up. Ada refused to give it back to Ebun. She kept it instead. Barbara asked Evans why he had to kill M. Evans says she is a risk to the company and she had to be taken out. Barbara then complains that this thing they are doing, they are going too far, they are pushing too hard. She said things were better in the beginning when their main intention was to actually help people. The husband brushed it off, reminded her of how poor they were before this, and now see, they are like royalty in Nigeria. Ebun continues to talk to Ada to calm down and take things easy. Ada says she wished she had not run away from home. Ebun then asked, why did you even run away? Ada explained that it's because she fell for a boy who promised her that he loves her. She explained everything and how it led to her coming to Lagos. She says maybe she will find him one day. Ebun then asked, does he know you are pregnant? Yes, he does. Ada answered her. Ebun says, well, that's what brought all of us in here too. Ada then says her pain is that she did not even tell her parents that she's leaving. Not even a note. She's worried that they may even be looking for her at the moment. Ebun holds Ada affectionately. Then Ada asks her, "What about you?" Ebun says she's a dropout. She could not read or write. It was Barbara that taught her everything she knows. Ada then asks, "What about your parents?" Hi. Ebun says she grew up in the streets without a dad. Her mom, on the other hand, had lots of boyfriends, and those men would come into her room to rape her. Ebun starts to cry, and Ada consoles her. These two are now like a team. Then we see a laundryman pushing a laundry cart past them. Ada starts looking at him. An idea then pumps into her head. Later, we see Cherise and her husband coming to meet the Evans for the baby stuff. Unknown to them, Joy the blogger has been stalking them and following them. Also, Ify, sister, is around, also observing everything. Gege. So Dr. Evans welcomed them into his office. First, he assured them that he has helped lots of celebrities in their shoes. Many that they would even be surprised if they knew their names. He tells them not to worry, that what they are about to do is not a crime. Nobody will suffer. In fact, there is no victim here, only winners. So, how can I help you? Akin says, "I'm a twin and my wife is also a twin. So, they need twin." Oh, Evans know how difficult this is. Cherise says, Barbara already promised her that they can get twins. Oh dear. The doctor is a bit confused on how to make that happen. Cherise promised to pay any amount just to get twin. Akin begs him to please help them. Now, Ada tells Ebun she wants to escape and she needs her help. "Please don't do it. Just have the baby here." Ada says she will enter this big laundry bag and escape. See, there is a place the camera doesn't see. Ebun says no. In fact, she doesn't want to hear it. She continues to disagree and Ada continues to beg her to please help. "I won't do it." Ada then says, "I am here because of you." "No problem then. I will ask someone else to help me." Ebun says, "Hey, be careful oh. Don't tell anyone oh. Don't trust anybody here." And then they hear the toilet flush. It's that non-verbal girl, Eniye. Thank goodness she cannot talk. She may end up spilling their secrets. Evans and Barbara are in the office happily discussing the type of exposure that will come from them helping Cherise get a baby. When Cherise goes back to LA and talks about them to Rihanna, Beyonce and others, their business will go global. This couple are just happy about this new opportunity, especially Dr. Evans. Just then, the head of security knocked. "Sir, you need to come and see something." They entered the office and he showed them that someone was taking pictures of their place. "Zoom in please, it's Joy." Barbara recognized her immediately. That's the blogger from our event the other night. And then he sees someone else looking towards the building. Who the F is that? That's sister, Ify. He tells the security that if he sees either of them again, he should send out the boys, solve the problem, meaning they should be killed. Then at lunch, Ada asks Itunu if she has noticed what has been happening in this place lately. Itunu says, "No, me I mind my own business so, but you Ada, you are too stubborn." Ada then asks her that, "Has anyone escaped from here before?" Adanna, you want to try it? Suddenly, one of the caterer's phone rings and she was punished for bringing the phone into that place. Now that night before bed, Ada asks Ebun why she is ignoring her. Ebun says she doesn't want to get involved in that escape plan, so please go to bed. That non-verbal girl was there observing both of them. Now it's time for Ebun to get pregnant again. The impregnator gets to work while Dr. Evans watches on his monitor. Barbara enters. She's shocked. "Oliver, I told you it's too soon to get Ebun pregnant again." This woman doesn't understand that Evans is under pressure to get Cherise her twin, so all the girls need to get to work. Also, watching this turns him on, so he asks Barbara to get ahead in the job, if you know what I mean. Ahead in the job, head. You should. Well, let's move on. Ada continues to take note of all the locations where there are no security cameras. The time the laundry bag comes, this Schofield is just planning a prison escape. And as for Aisha, she is also suspicious of Ada. Now outside, sister Ify is looking inside the compound. Maybe she will see her sister, even recording. They saw her on the security camera and quickly moved to handle her. Ada gets up, time to escape. So she wants to hide inside the laundry bag. Aisha is also following her when Ebun quickly blocks Aisha. "I know it was you that took Ada's picture." Aisha says, what will you do about it? Ebun asks Aisha to give it back. She hasn't done anything to you to deserve this. Now while they were talking, Ada quickly hides and oh Lord, cramps again. Ebun and Aisha finish talking and as Aisha turns, Ada is gone. She doesn't know where to look. Turns back again only for Ada to quickly jump into the laundry cart. Wait, will there really be an escape? Whoa, Itunu opens the cart. "Please, help me, please." Itunu covers it back. Now while that is going on, Barbara enters the reception to meet Joy. "Hi, I'm Joy from joytotheworld.com." She stretches her hand out, but Barbara refused to shake her. Joy lied that she's there to do a profile of the power couple of the moment, the Evans. Barbara turns her down, saying they only give interviews to mainstream publications because discretion is why they have succeeded and lack of it is why Miss Joy of Joy to the World has failed. Oh, confrontation time. Joy turns up the heat. "So what is your connection with the actress Cherry Suko?" Barbara says, "She was just our guest at the charity event, that's all. And you know that because you were there insulting her." "Oh, so what is this?" She shows Barbara the video she recorded of Cherry's coming to have a meeting with them. Suddenly, Nurse Bolade comes to give Barbara a shocking news. "When?" She says now. Quickly, they discharge Miss Joy and then move. It will not help the laundrymen to push the laundry cart into the van, saying, "It's heavy oh." Unfortunately, the camera caught this. The vehicle is about to move out of the premises when Barbara yelled, "Stop the van! Krish! Open the back!" They did, and she says, "Adanna, come out! Come out, you ungrateful girl!" She asked them to get her out. They carried her out, and outside, Ify, sister, was using her phone to record inside the premises. The security goes to pick her, and episode 2 ends here. But before we continue, guys, let me use this opportunity to beg for your support by subscribing to this channel because that will help me in bringing you more amazing recaps. So if you guys want more, please subscribe. Thank you. Episode 3 continues from where 2 ends. They dragged Adanna out of the van. She even fired the securities for failing to get her. She could have escaped. Now they caught sister also and she begins to beg for her life, even offering them her phone. Now while begging, Joy parks beside them. Sister, I've been looking for you. Enter, let me drop you." She quickly freed herself and ran into the car. Dr. Evans is furious about what just happened. They've been discreet their whole life and now a blogger is on them and a troublemaker Ada is also trying to escape. It's time to take Ada out. Barbara says, No, you can't take her out. She's the only one carrying twins right now and they are almost due. Twins. Evans knows he needs those twins. He says, "This is not the time to be taking risk, Barbara." Barbara then asks him, "Well, which one is the bigger risk? To keep the girl or to lose to Cherry Suko?" She walks out. Later, Joy asks Ify if she knew the guys that attacked her. Ify says no, but it seems they are from the clinic. She further explains that she is looking for her sister, She got involved with drugs and her parents threw her out. She said she was not around when it happened. She only came back from London and she has been searching for her to help her. She heard that got pregnant in the street and she also heard that she might be in that clinic, but everybody claims they haven't seen her. Come, who are you? "I'm Joy from joytotheworld.com. Ify is confused. "Which one is joytotheworld.com? Joy says, "It's a blog." "Oh, gossip blog. See, I'm not much into gossip, Jare. I just want my sister." Now because of what happened, Dr. Evans calls for an assembly of all the girls. Warned them all. It seems because he is too relaxed with them. That's why they are misbehaving. And due to Maker Adanna's behavior, all privileges are now removed. No more TV, no more body lotions, books or hot showers or salon to make their hairs. This is now a prison. He says they are there for one thing only, to make babies. All thanks to Adanna. Barbara also added that it's up to the community to expose anyone trying to escape. And since they failed at this, they will all be punished. Now, because they cannot physically punish Ada because she's carrying a baby, twin for that matter, her friends and helpers will take the punishments on her behalf. Hey! Ada begins to beg that they should punish her alone. Leave others. They brought Ebun forward, laid her buttocks bare and flogged her. She cried, "Open your eyes and see what you have done." Barbara then whispers into Ada's ear that she has just saved her life. They flogged every single one of them in that yard. That night, still on the punishment, they collected everything they had given those girls. Ada had to go to the girls one after the other to beg them. Aishat confronts her. "See, if you try what you did again, I personally will mess you up." Ada says she is not the enemy. "Of course you are the enemy. In fact, I will spoil you will have miscarriage, just to know how it feels to suffer miscarriage." Ebun was taken to the infirmary for treatment, so Ada had to go there to apologize to her. "You warned me, but I did not listen. I'm sorry." Ebun says it's okay, but keep in mind that whatever we do affects others. Those girls will love you if you don't cause them trouble. Now, Ada returns to her bed only to find a note on it. She reads it and it says, "Ebun is their spy. She works for them. Don't trust anybody." Suddenly, Nurse Bolade enters for a surprise check. "All makers, stand by your bed." As she's about to check her pillow, she finds a knife there. Who planted this here? How? She's confused, not knowing how to hide it. Now, while searching Eniye, the silent girl, Eniye creates trouble for them. This gave Itunu the opportunity to quickly move closer and collect the knife from Ada to help her hide it. It's like Nurse Bolade has been told she would find a knife, so she conveniently took her time to search Adanna. To her surprise, no weapon. Itunu just saved Ada. Now, as she leaves, Adanna tells Itunu, "Thank you." Evans and Barbara also did a background check on the blogger, Joy, to know why she is bothered about Cherise, their clients, to also see if she has already posted about them on their website. Fortunately, no news yet. So Barbara says she's worried, but the husband asked her not to, that any attention to their business should be converted to money. Who cares if Cherise comes to visit them? Joy and Ify were also arguing. The lady wants them to keep a low profile on this issue, but Joy refuses, saying after all the work she has done, who is keeping a low profile with you? The lady says, "This is not about your career. It's about, hey!" Then they hear a voice outside. The lady quickly looks out through the window. See some guys down there. Who are they? Joy checks. See, they are always there, just street guys. Okay, should we tell the police? Joy burst into laughter. Police? You think police will help us on a case about rich foreigners? Abeg, leave that place. What they should focus on now is the story of a big actress that is trying to buy a baby. The second day in the yard, Itunu helped Ada to dispose of the knife after watching the camera carefully. Ada thanked her and then promised Itunu that she is not the owner of the knife. She doesn't know how the knife even got there. Aisha walked past them. They kept quiet. Itunu then told her that it was a setup. From Aisha, who else could it be from? Then Ada asked, why does Aisha hate her so much? Itunu says, well, Aisha just wants to be queen of this place. Anyway, see, do you still want to escape? No. I already promised Ebon I will not try it again. Itunu tells her that, see, if she wants to escape, they can both try. She also wants to leave this place. That statement got Ada suspicious. Wait, does that mean it was you that dropped that note under my pillow? Which note? Show me. She wants to. Then they paused. Remember, the notes ask her not to trust anyone. Itunu says, she needs to know who wrote the note now. Trust me. As for Joy, she's trying to attend a press conference held by the Evans for Cherise. They refuse to let her in since she is not a mainstream reporter. So she then pretends to be with another reporter. The girl shall warn her not to make a nuisance of herself again, as usual. And Joy will never disappoint us. Now, Ada meets Nurse Chinedu. Nurse Chinedu, good morning. Please, I want to ask you something. She says, Ebun is trying too hard to be her friend in this place. Nurse Chinedu, can I trust Ebun? Then Ebun joins them. Nurse Chinedu was not able to answer. He just walked away. Ada reluctantly told Ebun that she saw a note and it warned her not to trust anyone. Ebun says, of course, don't trust anyone, not even your helper. Oh, you mean I should not trust you? Of course, I'm the only one you can trust, Ebun replies. Yeah, let me see the note. Or you want to trust someone that hid a note on your bed? Ada asks, how did you know it was on my bed? Where else could it be? Ebun asked her. Oh, you are now talking to someone else, Abi? Yeah, show me the note. Suddenly, Ada feels a heavy cramp again. She starts to groan. Ebun calls out, Nurse! Mother! Please help! Help! Quickly, they brought a wheelchair to wheel Ada out of the yard. Now, at the press conference planned by the Evans Foundation, they actually wanted to announce to the public that they now have a first ever global ambassador, and that is Cherise, the superstar actress, because of her charitable works and commitment to justice. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Miss Cherise Uko. Cherise begins to speak. Thank you for coming. I know you all know my struggle with trying to conceive. I've had a miscarriage and Joy jumps up. Actually, 5. And the crowd goes, this girl is so insensitive. Cherise plays along that, yes, she's had 5 miscarriages. Therefore, she knows the impact Evans Foundation is having in people's life. Cherise says she is planning a big fundraiser to be held at the Evans Foundation clinic very soon. She says she is happy to introduce people to partner with Evans Foundation. Dr. Evans says, and even Nollywood? Cherise laughs. Of course, yes. All Evans cares about is to go global. The money. Joy stood up again. Miss Cherise, is that the only work you will be doing for Evans Foundations? Akin then defends the wife. He says, I think the world would be happier if we pay more attention to more important issues than celebrity death. Joy replies, what could be more important than celebrity death? The crowd goes, again. They ended the conference after this, but Joy continues to look at this couple suspiciously. So Ada was taken in for checkup. Nurse Chinedu set her up and asked her to wait for the doctor. Ebun told Ada not to worry about the pregnancy, that by now she is an expert in knowing when something is going wrong with a pregnancy. Ada asked her, how do you know? Ebun says, I have been pregnant 6 times now, and every time I feel all will be fine until, well, wait, Ebun, how did you get pregnant 6 times? Before you came in here, Ebun smiled. No, I got pregnant 6 times in here. I am the first person in this place. What? Ada asked, how then did you get pregnant? We were shown a small flashback of how Dr. Evans has been inseminating Ebun with his sperm. He has been single-handedly impregnating Ebun. Ebun says he doesn't care because she has been losing the baby every single time. Ebun says she will wait until the curse on her head is lifted. She actually believed that she has been cursed because her stepfather abused her when she was just 12 years old. That's why she has been losing the baby, not knowing that Dr. Evans has been selling those babies. Ada is finding all this so strange, especially how Ebun is even okay saying this. Ebun then tells Ada, don't worry, you will give birth to light. Ebun asks her to be calm, that she is now the guide to every other maker that come into this building. Joy is excited. She finally got what she wanted. She told Sister Ify that the press conference held by Evans was a sham. Cherise wants to adopt a baby and now they know she is onto them. Ify just kept looking over her shoulders after that attack. She is still paranoid. As for Joy, she is excited that she can't wait to break the news. Ify says, but what about my sister? Joy says, what happened to your sister? I told you she entered there pregnant and then disappeared. Whenever she asks of her, they stonewall her. Then she saw a car coming and quickly hides behind Joy. The car stops, but the guys were only trying to admire her. Joy begins to tease her. If you two don't want men to be looking at you, go and reduce your bum bum. You should go and lose some weight. Ify calls her a bitch and then angrily walks away. Now, Dr. Evans did an ultrasound on Ada and confirms that the babies are okay. He says they are coming along well and the twins will be fine. Wait, twins? Evans says yes. Ada asks again, did you say twins? Ada says thank you, Father. She is happy she will be having twins. Ada is happy and Dr. Evans asks her to play her part well and she will be rewarded well. Barbara comes to tell Evans that there is a visitor waiting for him. It's Akin. Akin is here to meet Evans to complain about that blogger stalking him and his wife. He says she knows something. Evans says no, they should not mind that ordinary blogger. She's a poisonous toad and if you don't lick the toad, you won't get poisoned. Don't worry yourself, she will be gone soon. So Akin leaves. Barbara then asks Evans what they should do about it because it's right for Akin to be worried. Dr. Evans says, don't worry, he will take care of her. Take care of her? You mean kill her? Barbara is not in support of that. Evans says, no, they will pay her to go away. That's what people like her need. Barbara asks, are you sure? Evans says, yes, he will pay. Now Ada returns to the yard and then tells Ebun that Dr. Evans asks her to rest well because she's carrying twins. Ebun screamed and it caused the attention of others. That's a big blessing. You see, I told you, you will give birth to light. Ada also thanked Ebun for not leaving her when she was scared. Ebun calls Ada her sister and then they hug. Ebun says she's coming and then left. Itunu quickly joins Ada. Ada, I found out who betrayed you. She sits down. How did they know you were escaping? How did they know you were in that cart? Ebun told them. See, just watch her after lunch. You will see that she always leave the dining first. Follow her and you will see. Ify then goes to the police station, not to report her missing sister, but instead to report that the powerful people that kidnapped her sister may also be after her own life. The police instead ask if she wants to report her missing sister. Ify says she has already done that before. Since her sister got into that Evans Foundation for single mothers, she went missing. Policeman asks, is that your sister a prostitute? She says no, she's not, and even if she was, the police says, see, many girls come from the village to the city to become prostitutes. And they don't want to see their family again. So now you want me to go and arrest the doctor? See, it's like you watch too many movies. He left her standing there. Now in the dining, Itunu comes to sit beside Ada. She says, now watch. Ada watched Ebun and as suspected, she left the dining earlier before any other girl. Instead of following her, Ada says she needs to rest. She doesn't want stress, abeg. Ebun says, well, it's okay if you don't want to know. Ada then decides to follow Ebun. With her heavy stomach, she quietly followed her all the way and Ebun was actually checking to see if someone is also following her. Dr. Evans was seeing all this on screen. It appears she is going to meet Dr. Evans. We shall see. So Dr. Evans gives the security head a file on Joy. I need that taken care of and tell no one about it. He lied to Barbara. He actually wants Joy dead. And as for Ebun, she actually went to meet Barbara. So Ada confronts Ebun later in the room that day. Ebun gets up. You and Sister Barb. So you spent time together? Ebun denies. No. So why are you asking? Ada is disappointed. You are lying to me. Every day after lunch, you go to give her reports about me. Ebun says, no, she only met her to get more food. Ada says, no, you told her I was trying to escape. You are a spy and you pretend to be my friend. Ebun says, I'm your friend, your sister. Ada feels another sharp pain again. She wants Ebun to stay away from her and then leaves to have a bath. She sits for a while talking to her babies, telling them everything will be okay. Now, while having a bath, she hears a sound. She quickly goes outside to check, but nobody's there. So she picks up her clothes and then a cigarette pack falls from the pocket. She checks inside and finds a key and a note. The note reads, the key opens the metal door. Trust no one, you are in danger. And episode 3 ends here. Finally, it seems there is hope for Ada. So if you have not, please remember to hit the subscribe button now. Hi, this is Sam. Welcome to the Film Village. Now episode 4 begins with Ada coming to give Ebun her dinner. She says, you did not come for dinner. Ebun says she is not hungry. She is feeling bad for what happened. Maybe if she did not come, it would be best for everyone. At least if there is no report to give, she will not need to meet Barbara. Good. Ada says she really wants to trust Ebun. So she asks, what will you do now if I tell you that I want to escape? Ebun says, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Ada says, but I trust you. No, don't trust me. I'm not as strong as you. Ada then says, that's why I trust you. If you were the spy, you would want to know more about my plans to escape. So I am choosing to trust you. Ada continues to say, someone dropped a master key in my clothes. Ebun says, that's a setup. Ada says, yes, if it's a setup, why are they bothering to do this? Why don't they just kill me? Why set me up? Just then, Nosbolade calls, Maker Ebun, come with me. Now, they took Ebun to meet Barbara because Ebun did not go to report to Barbara that day. And Barbara reminded Ebun of sheltering her, protecting her, educating her and everything. She calls her my love. Aren't we family? Aren't you my favorite daughter? Ebun just sits there crying. Then Barbara asks, tell me how she is planning to escape. Ebun tearfully says it seems she's having help and begins to cry profusely for breaking Ada's trust again. After that meeting, she goes straight to meet Ada in the toilet and informs her that the escape must be this very night or else. Cherise and Akin were having a swim that night too. Akin hugged her and said, the sooner they pull out of Nigeria, the better. Hey, wait. Cherise reminded him that she wants a family. Akin says, but they are at the brink of getting everything they ever dream of. Cherise says, look, if it is to give everything else up to raise a baby, I will happily give everything else up. What about you? Akin says, he has sacrificed everything for her already. He took the fall for that drug abuse. So that drug issue was supposed to be Cherise. Akin took the fall for her. No wonder he wants her to achieve that dream. That is indeed a big sacrifice from Akin. Nevertheless, Cherise says she doesn't want what Akin wants. She wants a family, and if Akin does not want that too, he should step out of the way for her. She leaves Akin there in the pool. If he goes to meet Joy again, she is indeed paranoid. She says she cannot be at her place alone this night. Well, Joy allowed her to sleep over. She even ordered food for her that night. So they sat there waiting for the delivery guy. Now it's time for the escape. Ada gets up, sneaks to wake Ebun, and they both start going outside. Itunu gets up. She did not raise the alarm. Instead, she says she wants to go with them. So now the three of them begins the difficult journey. They gently walk and as quiet as they can, hiding from the camera. The guards were sleeping and some were busy watching a movie on their phone. They did not suspect anything. These three girls get to the back gate successfully, and then Itunu scream. Ebun wants her not to try that again. She intentionally screams again and Ebun covers her mouth, choking her until she faints. They opened the door and yes, they got out finally. The guards saw Itunu on the floor. Madam, what are you doing here? They've escaped! They've escaped! What? The guards followed them. Ify and Joy were discussing. Joy asked her, you know those girls that enter that place don't come out again, right? They are all pregnant like your sister. So what exactly happens to them? Wait though, Ify says, there have been reports in the media about several baby farms that have been discovered. Joy did not want to believe about, but Ify insisted, they collect baby from those pregnant girls and sell them. Joy then gets it. They want to sell a baby to Cherise for big money. Finally, I got it. I am going to break this news. She's excited again and suddenly there was a knock on the door. She gets up to check the delivery guy. As she was about to open, Ify begs her not to open the door. She says, there's no problem at all. Don't worry. She's confident she's safe. Ify goes to hide instead. It's the pizza guy. She opens the door and pew! It was shut. Joy is not coming. Joy is dead. Ify ran for cover. Ada and Ebun were still making their way out with the guards running after them. The sniper enters the kitchen, and if he hits him with a pan, that one faints. The assassin's phone rings. If he picks it up, and it's a call from Dr. Evans. Ada could no longer run. She is tired. Ebun keeps urging her to try. They are already outside. If they catch us, we are dead though. Please try. The killer wakes up and continues to look for Ify. So Ada also stops. She cannot go any longer. She says if she doesn't get medical help right now, her babies will die. So she will wait for them to be captured. She asks Ebun to go. Leave me. Go and seek for help. You are our only hope. Please go before they meet us. She gave Ebun the number on that flyer and asked her to call Ify, sister. Go, go, go! Ebun begins to run. The guard caught Ada and took her back to the yard. Now, Ada goes into labor and finally gave birth to the twins. Immediately, they took the baby away. Nurse Chinedu asked Ada to rest, telling her that she have tried. Perhaps he is the one helping Ada all along. Well, as for Ify, she returns to the house to check on Joy. Now, Dr. Evans is angry at the security for letting those girls escape. He even pointed a gun at him, ordering him that henceforth, if anybody tries to escape, he should shoot on sight. The other guys sent to kill Joy returns. How far? The doctor asks. Any problem there? The guy says, no problem, he has done the job. Barbara then enters. Any news about Ebun? Has she been found? The security says, no, they are still looking for her. The doctor is also angry at Barbara for giving Ebun too much freedom. Because I allowed you to treat her like your child. Is this what I get in return? Barbara says, it is ridiculous, she does her. Barbara shuts up immediately and then gently goes to the chapel to kneel and pray for Ebun's safe return. As she is praying, Evans enters and she quickly changes her prayers that God should help her so she can obey and support her husband more. I think the prayer he heard made him apologize to Barbara for slapping her like that earlier. He says it's because losing those twins would have cost them a lot. Now they have to go full lockdown tomorrow for the fundraiser Cherise is hosting. Barbara promises that everything will go back to normal. Evans says good, or else he will have to take drastic measures. Barbara then asks Evans about the man he met in the security office. Is that the man you used to do your dirty works? Evans says yes. Barbara immediately concludes that blogger Joy must be dead by now. Even though this man promised to pay her off, she begins to cry. Evans says the reason he did not tell her is because of her conscience, so she can continue to pray like this. But if you want to know the details, I'll tell you. She said, no, please. She also told Evans that Ebun will come running back to them, asking for forgiveness because she knows Ebun very well. She also said this so Evans will not send people to go and kill Ebun. The next morning, the day of the big fundraiser, a shop owner chased Ebun away from her shop. Ebun says, I'm hungry. She chased her away. As for Ada, they were getting milk from her to feed the babies. She kept begging Barbara to let her see her babies, promising never to cause them any problem again. Barbara was firm. She asked Nurse Bolade to take her to the general ward and nobody should show her any help or kindness under the threat of punishment. That morning, Cherise is getting ready for the fundraiser when Akin asks if she is sure she won't be backing out of this. She says, no, I am having my babies with or without you. You are free to walk away if you want. She was about to leave when Akin grabs her. I am not walking away. So if he is still confused, not knowing what to do, then she recalls that Joy had planned to also attend that fundraiser to shock Cherise and everyone. Well, maybe, okay, she decides to go. Ada was returned into the general ward and the rest of the girls faced her. So you did it again. You tried to escape again. Comfort asked her, Adanna, where is Ebun? Where is Ebun? Ada says, she escaped. The caregiver slaps her and they all begin to slap her one after another, even spit on her. Tunu says they should slap her some more, and then Ada told everybody that Itunu is the spy among them. She is the one giving them reports, not Ebun. I am not your enemy. They are our enemy. They put us in here. Barbara was watching all this on the monitor. Now the fundraiser is starting. Invited guests are arriving. Nurse Chinedu brought Eniye, the girl that cannot speak, just as a sign to show everyone that they are taking good care of these girls. They chose someone that will not disclose their secrets. Now, if it comes to, and they ask her for her invites, she says, I have it. She brings out a folded sheet of paper. The security opens it and there's money inside. She bribed her way in. Now, as prophesied by Barbara, Ebun returns to the clinical. She stands outside crying, Ada, I'm sorry. I am not as strong as you. Crying, squeezing her hands in her pockets when she felt something. It's that flyer. the missing person's paper, and the number she was supposed to call. Finally, she goes to make that call. Ify secretly approached Cherise. Hello, I can tell you are a good woman that cares about women and children. Please forgive me for what I'm about to say. Ify tells Cherise that I don't think these people are who you think they are. Now we see Nurse Chinedu returning Eniye when Ada stops him. She says, now I get it. You are the one that has been helping me since. You are the only person that could have gotten that key. Chinedu just looked back and ended the conversation. Okay, Mekas, let's get ready for dinner. But Eniye drags a little. It seems Ada is looking at the wrong helper. It's like Eniye, this girl, is the one that has been helping her. She's a person that no one can suspect. Now, Ify shows Cherise the picture of murdered blogger Joy. Cherise sees the picture and instead told Ify to get away from her. Get the fuck away from me. Ify continues that her sister was pregnant and came here. Now she is nowhere to be found. This place makes babies and then sell them. Cherise then asks, what are you saying? Ify tells her straight to her face, this place is a baby factory. She looks up and Dr. Evans is walking towards them. He sights her and then quickly she runs out of the event. Who was that? She asks Cherise. Cherise is now scared of Evans. She calls Akin. I have to go. What happened? What did she say? This is unprofessional. They did not answer him. He stood there looking at Barbara. A big problem is coming. Now while driving back, Ify's phone rings. Hello? Ebun says, I have your flyers about I know her. My name is Ebun and I need your help. Finally, Ebun had the courage as episode 4 ends. And episode 5 begins with, wait, have you subscribed yet? Why now? Please click the subscribe button for more content. You know I love you guys. So show love back, Thanks. So episode 5 begins with a caregiver returning plates to the sink for Ada to wash. She is serving her punishment for trying to escape again. Now while alone, Eniye also brought her own plates. Ada looks around first then talks to her. Don't worry, at least you are not spitting on me. Eniye stood there and after a while she says, I gave you the key. What? She quickly grabs her. I don't know if I can trust you. So there was nothing wrong with Eniye all along. She says she has been pretending. Ada is shocked. What? Wait, how long have you been pretending? Eniye says, from the beginning. Whoa. Eniye told Ada that she is in serious danger. That she heard them planning to kill her. Chinedu is not your friend at all. Someone enters and Eniye goes back to her pretense. Now, Ify meets with Ebun. First, she confirms if Ebun is who she says she is. Ebun shows her the flyer and says, there are other girls in there. Lots of them. Ify believes her and then jumps out of the car. You claim to know my sister. Where is she? Cherise is also telling Akin, her husband, what Ify told and showed her. What am I going to do, Akin? The woman in the photo was dead. Cherise says she has been so obsessed with having a baby and now that she can, she just discovered where the baby is coming from. It's a baby farm. Just then, Akin's phone rings. It's Dr. Evans. He calls to know if everything is alright. Akin lied that they had to leave because Cherise had a migraine. Okay, he also informed them that he now have their babies, their twins. They can now come and take them. Oh, this touched Cherise. Now she is torn between two choices. Get the babies and keep silent about what she just had, or expose this baby farm and be a good person for once. Ify also took Ebun to a restaurant to feed her. That's where Ebun told Ify everything. She even mentioned that gave birth to the baby. Ify asked if is still alive. Ebun keeps silent. That silence only means one thing. Is dead. Ify admits that these people are very powerful and there is no way to get them. Ebun says they fear no one unless someone that can show who they truly are. Ify says, well, then let's give them what they truly want. Damn. Now, what are these guys going to do? Eniye in her pretense took Ada to the location she has been planning her escape from. They need to be fast. Disguised as one of the cleaners with their nose mask and all. As for Evans, he is preparing to take the babies to meet Cherise by himself. Why? Barbara asks. He says that this is the only way to keep her silent. Once she sees and feels this baby in her hands, she will not want to leave them. Barbara says, but what if she takes that baby and still expose them? She won't. Now, if he takes Ebun back to Joy's house, they wrap up the corpse. Now they took the corpse to an empty space. As for Ada and Eniye, they are fully disguised now and they walk out of that place with confidence. It was even a guard that opened the door for them, thinking they are staffs. Now, at another entrance, they saw another guard and froze. This guy is too good because he also walks away without even bothering them. let's go. But Adanna begs Eniye to wait, that she cannot leave without her babies. I'll be quick. She enters the nursery, but the babies are gone. Chai! She begs Eniye to still wait as she enters another office to check the computer records. The laptop is locked, and while she's trying to open it, she pulls out a drawer only to see a gun. Now, another guard cuts Eniye coming out of the nursery. Eniye tries to run, and she was shot. Remember, Evans had commanded them to always shoot on sight. I just feel bad that Eniye had to die. Well, now Ife and Ebun actually dressed Joy's corpse, printed some messages, posted online for people to come to the Evans Foundation that a secret is about to be revealed. They dropped the note in a car and ran to observe from a distance. Joy's body falls on the horn and begins to blare loudly, calling the attentions of passerby. Before you know it, crowds gather. Barbara came to see Eniye killed. She asked, "Why did you shoot her?" Security says the doctor asked us to shoot to kill. That was the order. Nurse Bolade enters. She says, "There is something happening, ma. One of the makers has escaped." "Hey, which one?" "Adanna." "Oh, he will kill me." Barbara is now worried. She runs into her office where Ada is already waiting for her. Ada points the gun at her. "Where are my babies? Give me a reason to shoot you right now. Where are my babies?" Barbara says, "They've been taken to their new families." "Well, now take me there." At gunpoint, Ada walked Barbara out of the building and into her car. Through the back, Ebun saw them from a distance and was about to shout if he pulls her back. "Who is that?" Ebun says, "That's Ada. That's Ada, my friend that gave birth to twins." The vehicle drove off, and now the police arrived finally to the planted crime scene. Now Barbara and Ebun arrived at the hotel where Cherise is staying at. They stopped them, but she used the "I am from the Evans Foundation" to enter anyway. Also, Ife and Ebun followed them to the hotel. Finally, they entered the suite, and guess what? Cherise and Akin were gone. They met Dr. Evans there sitting with the babies. At that point, they gun at him. "Give me my babies!" He dares her to shoot. The wife says, "But it's over. They are gone already. They will talk." Dr. Evans says they will focus on their work in Nollywood and move on. It's like you don't know what's going on out there," Barbara says. She says, "Have you checked your phone at all?" Evans checks his phone only to realize that his foundation is in trouble. The police are all over the place. Well, he stands up with the baby he's holding. He asks Ada to drop the gun or else he will break the baby's neck. "What?" Ada quickly drops the gun. He asks Barbara to pick the gun up. She says no. "Pick it up." Then she did. He collects the gun and was about to shoot Ada when Barbara stands in front of her, begging Evans to just give her the babies. She says, "We can burn all the documents and flee. We can go and start over in another place." Evans is extremely angry at Ada, saying he knows she was trouble from the very start. He should have killed her when he had the chance. "Get out of my way." Barbara says, "If you kill her, you will only make things worse. People saw us come in here." She continues to appeal to Evans to change his mind, but Evans is long gone. Barbara says she is tired of this life. She can't do this anymore. "They've gone too far." Evans shouts, "They've not gone anywhere. There is no law here. Money is the law here. We are the law here." Barbara then gets up, stands behind Evans and then closes her eyes. "You don't belong to anyone," Evans says. As he is about to shoot, Ebun runs in, jumping in front of the bullet. She took the bullet for Ada. Ada begins to cry. "Ebun, no! Ebun, no!" She quickly brings the baby to show her. Ebun, see them, crying. Ebun sees the child and smiles, saying, "Don't worry, I wasn't going to survive outside anyway." If he picks her phone and then calls for emergency. The police arrives, but Evans and Barbara were already out of the room. Cherise and Akin were also at the airport, already about to board a flight to get out of the country quick. Now a woman rolled a baby past them. Cherise gets emotional again, but Akin quickly assures her that, "Sis, we will get our own when the time comes." Okay, they move on, and one immigration officer stops them. "Madam Cherise Uko, please come with me." Hey, voila, they've been caught, right? They followed him. The man stopped. He says, smiling, "My wife is a big fan of yours. She will not believe I am here to help you out fast. Anything for me?" He only wants a bribe, this officer saying. Anyway, they are true. They gave him some money and leave. Evans arrived at his office. They stop him. That investigation is going on. "What's all this? I need to get to my office," the police told him. The TPO asked them to let him through, and then he informs Evans to start preparing a statement right away. Evans looks around and sees there's probably no way out. Now inside, that police chief Alabi tells them that he doesn't want to be dragged into this scandal. Then he advised Evans to tell the world that his staffs betrayed him, to put the blame on his staff. and they should set fire in his office and leave the premises immediately. Wow. And that was what Evans did. Evans blamed Nurse Chinedu and Bolade on everything that was going on. So that night, Ada and her babies are finally together. They are safe, along with Ify. So now it's night. Evans and Barbara needs to burn down that place as advised. Those damn Nigerians. Barbara calls him. Oliver, don't be angry. What? What, woman? She says she hid a large sum of cash in the discipline room. Oh, Evans goes back to check for the cash, only for Barbara to lock him in. She puts all the documents by the door and begins to wet everywhere with petrol. Evans keeps shouting, Barbara, let me out! Barbara, don't do this, Barbara! Let me out! Nope, she locks the gate, took a match, she says, forgive me, and then she lights it. She burned Evans along with everything in that office. She's not only free from this man finally, she's also free from this terrible life and this terrible work. Then the movie ends. I must tell you guys, I love this movie so much. Mo Abudu gave us something unique and something amazing this year. Although it's absolutely not needed, I sure would like to have a second season of this movie. Or what do you think? Tell me what you think about this movie in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. Let's talk. So thanks for watching this video. For more amazing content and film reviews, please subscribe to this channel. And until we meet again, I am Sam, and this is the Film Village.